All right, guys, let's get straight into it. As you guys know by now, Chennedy Carter lashed out on Instagram. This is what I found. I know there's been a couple other posts, but majority of it is from the rankings, from the ESPN rankings, the top 25 WNBA players, 2024, right? So, a lot of you guys know she's already felt like she got snubbed for the All-Star game, which rightfully so. I believe she should have been in the All-Star game. And I know before you guys comment, I know there's going to be talks about her attitude and things like that. But right now, I'm strictly talking about basketball. Right now. I think basketball, from a basketball standpoint, her stats show that she could have been right there with any All-Star that was chosen this year in the WNBA All-Star game. In my opinion. Now, when we talk about the Chicago Sky, I always say on my other channel, I believe she's the number one option. Mabry's gone, so now, she was probably the number one option before that. We all know that. I've been saying that. And you guys think I'm crazy because you guys always say Angel Reese is the number one option for the Sky when it comes to scoring. I've even seen some ESPN analysts. I just did a video, and you guys, I think, who said it? Andrea said it? There's no way Angel Reese is the number one option. No way. And let's just start being honest. Not throwing shade towards Angel Reese. She got a double-double tonight. Shot 4 of 14 of shooting, something like that. But, hey, she got a double-double. Team lost, but she got a double-double. All right? Now, Chennedy Carter, as far as being a floor general, being the guy or the girl to lead the team, going downhill, she's the one. She's the number one. As you can see, versus the Aces, literally right here, versus the Aces going into the break, she put up 34 points, and that's kind of what, like, and they beat the Aces that night. That's kind of like when we were like, oh, shit. Like, that's the first day I actually did a highlight video to Chennedy Carter. And I call her Chennedy Carter, whatever. I call her Shanae. For anybody who's been watching me for the past 2 months on my reaction channel, I call her Shanae. And she be hooping. And I discovered her when she played Caitlin Clark, and she did that nasty move, which I don't agree with. She should have been suspended for no less than 2 games, right? And ever since then, she could hoop. Like I said, I'm going to leave the politics. I'm going to leave all that other stuff to the side right here on this one. And we're going to talk basketball. She could hoop with any of them on that court. She could take you off the dribble. She could pull up for the hezzy. She could pull up for the midi. She could handle with you. She could play defense. She could, if she wants to. Now we're talking about a standpoint. She's a little mini Westbrook, if you know what I'm talking about. And if you don't know basketball, you're going to comment and say I'm wrong. She's like that. Okay? All that other stuff outside of basketball can always be improved. I know she's had a background of this and that, but that's not what this is about. Okay? Let's get back into what she explained to ESPN. Right? So, if you can see here, you got the rankings. Obviously, you got Asia at number 1, Stewie at number 2, rightfully so. She's going to say, how I average less minutes in my stats How I average less minutes and my stats top in 3 league. But I am at the bottom. This isn't adding up. The hate be so obvious. Field goal percentage as well. Well, she was probably off some shit when she wrote this. She was probably lit a little bit. No problem. We get the point. So, I'm going to try to find some more images like this just to kind of give you guys a better understanding. If you guys understand a little bit more, drop it down below and I'll make sure I get something out for you guys. But look, as you can see right here, she's going to lash out over the Caitlin Clark, obviously, at 15, right, for Indiana. And then I think they had Angel Reese at 19, bro. They got Angel Reese ranked at 19 for top 20. I think this is what it is. Because in her head, she's probably like, how you got Angel Reese in the top 25 and you got me not even on the list? You don't even got me on the list. Or you got me at 24. Like, and then she unfollowed Angel Reese. So they don't follow each other. So there's a little beef going on between Angel Reese and Chennedy Carter. And Chennedy Carter didn't play tonight. And now it's in question, like, the trade deadline is on the 20th, which is next Tuesday. Can we possibly see a trade? Then I look at an article. From the Fever general manager, Lynn Dunn. Pretty much let you know look, I've had a few phone calls. I made a few phone calls, right? But she's going to talk about how the salary cap, and it's just not realistic. And I'm not saying that has to do with Carter. I'm just saying in general. So could we see a trade in this upcoming week to finish off the trade deadline? That's what I want to know. It's possible. And as you can see, her teammate, she just got up out of there on a request. Marina Mabry got out of there on a request. To play for a coach like Spoon, who kind of gives you that freedom to want to get out of there like that, and you kind of like that number one option over there, number one, number two, Mabry, it has to be something else. And I know when she got traded, there was a lot of talks on the Angel Reese. This is when she get her double-doubles. We're losing almost every game at this point. And not every game, but there's a streak that they're losing games. And Angel Reese is calling for the ball with like 30 seconds left. We're down by like 20, whatever the case is. I don't know, down by 15. Fact check me if you want. I don't care. Right? And pretty much like calling for the ball, and we're down, like begging for the ball to finish to get your double-double, to make sure you get your accomplishment, but as the team loses. That's what we care about. So I'm sure that there was a little bit of, and I know that's what the fans wanted, but from a basketball standpoint, you got to understand how the teammates like, hey, bro, if me and my boys, hey, we playing fives, but my boy recording the video, and he's just out here bullshitting, trying to get his shots up for the video, but we losing every game to some dudes in here I'm not trying to lose to. I'm going to get on him like, hey, bro, I don't give a F about that right now, bro. Let's go. So I can understand that standpoint, but we won't really understand until she comes out and says what this is truly about. But as we can assume, it has to do with Angel Reese and her, because they're not following each other. It doesn't seem like there's communication, and she didn't play tonight. I know there was some soreness or something like that, but I thought she was cleared. So I don't know. We'll see. What do you guys think about this whole thing? I didn't like the offense, is what I can tell you. The offense without Carter, I didn't like at all. But that's for a whole separate video. We'll break that down separately. But I don't know, man. This is all I got for tonight. If you guys got anything. If honestly, do you guys think Angel Reese should be at 19? Like, seriously. Do you think Angel Reese should be at 19 over Chennedy Carter? I mean, do you? I mean, the stats, when we look at Carter's stats, we can pull them up. Regular season, 24 games played, and she's playing only 25 minutes, averaging 17 points. I believe Angel Reese, let me go ahead and look up Angel Reese stats 2024 WNBA. Right? That's weird. Angel Reese is, hold on, what? It's not giving me her averages. But as you can see here, I mean, Angel Reese doesn't play nothing shy of, 30 minutes a night. You know what I'm saying? So, I get it. And then, the whole thing, all the media, I get it, bro. I get it. So, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a trade. But I don't know. That's a tough decision. Me personally, if I'm the Sky, I'm not giving that up at all. So, all the other stuff, like I said, outside of basketball, that's the other stuff that could be worked on. And I thought that she was doing a pretty good job of it this year. So, besides the Caitlyn incident. Besides that, man, that's what I got for you guys. If you guys have not, make sure you guys sub up to Game Day. I appreciate you guys. Catch you guys on the next video. We out.